Yo, what's good? It's your boy Remy Roy Cousin at Ruckus, and today's video, what I want to talk about is unity. All right, I think we all have a preconceived notion or an idea of what unity is. You know what I mean? And I could blame media or TV for that, but it's just like I think what we think unity is, it isn't really unity. You know what I mean? Like what unity really is. All right, so let me give you an example. We've been given all these examples of unity as, oh, we're able to put our as unity as we all agree with one another, so let's all come together and coexist in this perfect utopia and kumbaya and sing Akuna Matata and all this. We all share with one another and love one another, and my land is your land, and if you have nothing, then I'll give. No, that's not what unity is. That's a utopian society. That's a fantasy. You know what I mean? That's not what real unity is. I feel like we've been bamboozled or tricked into thinking that unity is this whole kumbaya shit, and I don't think that's what unity. I think what real unity is when a whole bunch of different people with different ideas, different ideologies, different beliefs, different backgrounds, different fucking colors if you want to go that far. If I gotta be that fucking basic with you motherfuckers, you know what I mean? But it's just like them coming together, regardless of what they don't think, believe, don't believe, they come together for a greater common good that is gonna benefit all of them in the long run. You know what I mean? And I don't think we understand what it means when I say how like people who are different from you. You know what I mean? Because different is a nice word. You know what I mean? So let's put it like this. Like I'm gonna talk about the black community, all right? Because that's who I would like to unite. You know what I mean? So it's just like as a black person, as yourself, who is another or a black individual, coon or a fucking hoax or a schemer, pimp, scammer, whatever you want to call them, a fraud, the devil himself, the FBI agent, whatever the hell you want to call Uncle Tom, whatever you want to call these people, you know what I mean? Think of the worst one you could think of, just like, ooh, I can't stand that nigga. Oh, right? You got that motherfucker in your head? Can you work with that motherfucker? Could you work with that motherfucker for the betterment of stopping police brutality? For the can you really work with that motherfucker? Can you really put aside all that crap that you just fusted in when I just, you know what I mean? Can you put all that shit aside and work with that motherfucker? That means you're gonna have to see this motherfucker for a while. You know what I mean? Not forever, but you have to work with this motherfucker for a while. You have to hear this motherfucker's voice. You have to smell his face. You have to see this motherfucker's gestures and all that shit. Like, you're gonna be, that's my point is, you're gonna be fucking triggered. Like, you're gonna, it's not gonna be comfortable working with this motherfucker. Can you go through that shit to get what it is that we need for the betterment of all of us? Because at the end of the day, this motherfucker looks just like you, and to the enemy, y'all both the same. So can you work with this motherfucker regardless if you agree with what he do, his ideology, how he chooses to empower black people, if he's really or if he's just tricking black? Like, are you willing to work with these people and find some way, somehow, some shape to work with these people? You know what I mean? Let me take it a step further. We all came in this motherfucker through a family, right? Parents, your children aren't gonna be children forever. Can you work with your adult children? Children, you're not gonna be kids forever. Can you work with your parents? Can y'all put aside all the bullshit that y'all been put each other through and work together for the betterment of the family? I'm talking about for funerals, for family functions. Can y'all put the shit, y'all bullshit aside for the betterment of something? You know what I mean? And it'll be something as simple as, oh, it's mom's birthday party, and these two people hate each other, or this side of the family don't like this side of the family, whatever. But can y'all put all this shit aside for that event? It's the same shit that applies for the community us as a community. Can we put away the side that I'm a Christian and I'm saved and I'm gonna be saved again Christian, and this motherfucker think he a Christian and he not saved again? One, and two, he goes to the wrong church and they be talking in tongues, and I think that's devilish. And then this Muslim who thinks da 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 da, and this Buddhist who or this metaphysical person or this motherfucker who thinks God is thinks he is God, or like, can we work with all of the motherfuckers, regardless of what they think religiously, their sexual orientation, their whatever the fuck it is that we pay more attention to than the actual fucking root and the great? Can we put all of that shit aside and work with that motherfucker? Because if you can't, then you're not ready for unity. You could talk that shit all day you want, but if you can't, I'm talking to myself too. I'm not just coming at you right now. I don't hope y'all think I'm like, oh, I'm the old mighty watch, because there's a couple motherfuckers that I'm still working on. To be for examples, this one, this nigga, I'm supposed to work with that man's? How? And until, that's what I'm talking about. That right there. Are you willing and able and willing to put aside whatever difference is? I don't like to come together so you have the numbers to then face the issue that really is at hand. And if you can't, shut all that shit up about unity. Stop all that talk. Stop all that bullshit you talking. Because if you can't do that within your family structure, whether you be the only child and working with your parents, both parents, I don't care if the motherfucker was a deadbeat, can you work with it? Like, and that's what I mean. It doesn't matter what these people personally have done to you. Can you still work with these people for the betterment of everybody? You have to forgive on a couple of levels to get to that place. And I think that's why we need to heal first. Fuck all that unity shit. Heal. Be selfish. Heal yourself. Fix yourself. Fuck everybody else. Fix yourself. And then us fixing ourselves, we done fixed everybody. Because guess what? We each other. So it's just like, yo, come on. Like, fuck all that unity shit. Fix yourself. Heal. If you heal, all that unity shit will take care of yourself. Because you'll be like, you're not going to be still caught up about what the fuck this motherfucker did. You're going to be thinking, you're going to then heal from that. Learned all the lessons you may have needed to learn from that situation, and then be ready to move forward and then see that this is an opportunity to better everybody. So hopefully more motherfuckers like that motherfucker who you had to forgive won't be born into the society and be made like that. So you got to be able to, like, if we're not able to think like that, like how Martin Luther King said, I ain't gonna be at the promised land with y'all motherfuckers. It's like, I ain't gonna make it with you. I may not be there when you there, but if you willing to sacrifice your today, your comfortability of hating on that motherfucker, regardless if it's valid or not. I'm not talking about if it's valid or not. I'm talking about if you willing to put it aside regardless. To unite, then we can start coming to the table and talking. And the first step to doing that shit is healing ourselves. We gotta heal from the bullshit that these family members, friends, community, ourselves, that we did to each other, that we did to ourselves. We got to heal from that shit first before we can start talking about unity. If we talk about unity and we all broken, we're all going to only heal on a broken thing, and eventually it's broken, so it's going to break, nigga. Like, if you try to unite on a broken cause, then, nigga, eventually that cause is going to break, nigga. So it's just like, with all that being said, I'm going to shut up now. If you really talking about unity, you talking about uniting, especially the black community, you talking about uniting, find the motherfucker that you can't stand in your community, and until you able to think about or fathom working and being in the same room and actually having to work with that mother, because you're not going to necessarily directly have to work, but understand that you're going to have to work. This person is also a representation of you, whether you like it or want to believe it or not. They are, and y'all all have to be on the same accord when it comes to at least one point, which is we all look like this, so everybody who look like this, we're gonna get benefits for all of us. But it's like, if you're not willing to do that, then fuck all that, shut all that shit up about unity, because you're not even doing your job or your part. So it's like, you know what I mean? So do the work on self first. You know what I mean? Look at self, work on self. And I feel like the unity will happen when we actually heal ourselves. That's the only time it's going to actually happen. Or that's the only time it's going to actually be sustainable to actually be able to get the outcome that we want. With that being said, it's your boy Remy Roy, closing that ruckus, and I'm out. Peace.